Well, hey there, folks. I'm Meteorologist Matt Barrentine, getting everything fired up here in the Fox 10 Gulfstream Center. We are keeping an eye out for some showers moving on in, making everything straightened out here. We can see this line as it's right now approaching Hattiesburg right through here. So basically, it's a solid line that we're going to get a quick shot of rain here this late afternoon, going into the very early part of the evening. This line is very thin, so when it comes through the area, it'll be very brief, very light. There's no big thunderstorms in that. That's not like a severe line. It is just some light showers in a line that are going to work their way through in the next couple of hours. Let's go ahead and show you the Futurecast here, and this now stopped at 4 o'clock, and you can see the Futurecast showing the line breaking up. It may not, but it may. That's 5 o'clock, so right now we're just at 2. So this makes sense. When we're seeing it now over around Hattiesburg, for it to be entering the Mobile area around 5. So a line of showers. Shows a little bit of yellow in there, means it might briefly be a little steadier. Once again, nothing severe here, just some rain. Very brief, in fact, rain. It won't be a big deal, but that's what we've got going on here for us as we continue to go through the afternoon. Let me go ahead and go one more hour. So I'm doing kind of hour by hour. Now we're at 6. And the main line of it's in southern Baldwin. It does show a few more showers kind of on the back end of all this, but right now the radar is not showing that. The radar is just showing one thin line. So that's probably not going to happen. So this is probably what we're going to be keeping an eye on. Around 6 o'clock, might already be done in Mobile, probably entering Pensacola, the southern part of Baldwin County there. So that's the line moving on through. Then as we get to about 7, it's probably pushing offshore at that point. So once again, this is very brief, very quick, just a few light showers out there this evening. Once again, here it is, that line I'm talking about. And like I said, it does show, I guess the back end of this does get a little bit more broken up a bit, but it does show a line. It does show a couple showers up here around Monroe, Louisiana, but nothing really behind the main line. So I think when this thin line comes through, that's all we're really going to get. And it should be pretty weak. Once again, just some light sprinkles here. Right now, once again, it's just a little bit after 2 o'clock, and it is around Hattiesburg. This will continue to work its way through. Should get in the Mobile area around 5, the late afternoon, evening. I don't know if we call, I guess at this point, 5 o'clock is still late afternoon. Let me see here. Let's look at the temperatures. This will get interesting here. So the reason I said interesting is that line is a cold front. And we're pretty warm this afternoon. I mean, you notice outside, it's warm, it's sticky. Look how quickly these temperatures are going to dive tonight. So that rain comes in, you know, we may be in the 60s by then. We're in the 80s now. And we continue to see our temperatures just fall off the board. So it's going to turn much chillier. You can see the winds will swing out of the north. They're out of the west right now. But then once that front comes in with that little bit of rain, the winds will swing out of the north. And that'll mean cooler temperatures overnight tonight, headed into tomorrow morning. I'll show you that here. So we wake up, it'll be in the 40s to start off with tomorrow. So definitely chillier. It'll be cloudy the first half of the day, most likely, and chilly, or chillier. It's still chilly, I guess, so we've been fairly mild. And only going to get to the low 60s tomorrow afternoon. Once again, modeling calling for mostly cloudy skies. Maybe we'll see a few peaks of sunshine, but I wouldn't get to, probably not going to see a whole lot. All right, so here's the forecast. So now we get through tonight with just a few little showers. It turns cooler tomorrow. You can see dropping in the 40s in the morning, low 60s in the afternoon. Look at Friday. Heavy morning rain. Rain chance 80%. Really, it's about 100%. Looking like we're going to get some pretty good rain on Friday morning. And then we'll have some scattered stuff left over on Saturday. See if mine. There we go. So this is the Futurecast now showing for Friday morning. You can see a lot of rain. Now, once again, we're not anticipating severe weather here, but this is a lot different than what we're getting this afternoon. This is Friday morning, 6 a.m., so you're getting ready for work, getting the kids ready for school. It's likely to be a pretty sloppy commute on Friday morning. Check in with Michael. He'll let you know how things are going out there on the roads. But my guess is that it's not going to be pleasant getting to work or school on Friday morning, because it looks like we're going to have some heavy rain right around that time. Now, this is 9 o'clock on Friday morning, still dealing with heavy rain across the area. So let's go a few more hours. Let's go to lunchtime. This is noon on Friday. Eastern half of our area, pretty heavy rain. The western half of our area, kind of scattered light showers is what's showing up on the Futurecast. Let's go 3 more hours to 3 o'clock. Now the heavy rain is pushing out of our viewing area, and what's left over, just a few little light sprinkles. So here's the good news on Friday. It looks like we'll get through most of the rain the first half of the day. Most. I mean, it's still possible we could get a sprinkle later in the day, but it looks like the worst of it's first half of the day. So if you got Friday night plans, looks like we'll be okay by Friday night. So Friday night, 6 o'clock, looks like we're fine. So if you're going to dinner, movie, kids got a game or something, looks like we're okay by Friday. You know, fingers crossed the modeling is right here, but it's showing most of the rain being done the first half of the day. So Friday morning is going to be real sloppy. Friday through about lunchtime is going to be real sloppy. Into the afternoon, things begin to quiet down. By the evening, we should be good to go for your Friday night. Looking all right. How much rain in the next 7 days? Not just Friday. We're going to be seeing rain going into the weekend and then even into early next week. So this is the 7-day rainfall forecast. So this will take us through next Wednesday. And you can see 2 to 3 inches of rain is what's being called for across our area. 2 to 3 inches of rain in total. Not all that's going to fall on Friday morning. We're going to have other good rain chances, and you'll see that here in the long-range forecast. So Friday, March 1st, 80% chance of rain. There's going to be scattered showers over the weekend. If there's any good news, I want you to notice this. 80% on Friday, 70% on Monday, 40% on Saturday and Sunday. So at least the rain chances are lower on the weekend. We're going to have some scattered showers around, maybe even a few rumbles of thunder Saturday and Sunday. Right now, we're not anticipating anything severe at this point. We don't have any severe zones up. That's the good news, though. It's just the rain chances are there, but they're at least lower. I mean, I know one of my kids has soccer games on Saturday, so I'm hoping that we can get the games in without too many issues. But then look what happens next week. 70, 60, 60% chances of rain. It's going to be real sloppy going into next week. Let me pull this up for you, the 10-day forecast. So I'll take it out even longer for you here and show you what we're looking at in the real long term. And so 70, 60, 60, then you can see here on the going into late next week, showing rain on Thursday, Friday, and even into Saturday. So basically, we've had about 2 weeks of beautiful weather here in the second half of February. March 1st is going to be a 180, where we're going to have some pretty nasty weather for the first week or so, maybe even longer. So we're going to go roaring into March with a lot of rain, with real rain possibilities, probably several inches of rain. So just something to be aware of. Rain is going to be a good likelihood here. And alrighty then. And my computer crashed. So anyway, I'll just go ahead and leave it at that. Put that 10-day up for you. So temperature-wise, I want you to notice some warm temperatures. That takes us almost. I've been keeping an eye on the very long-range forecast, folks. I don't think we're going to get another freeze. I mean, I can't really say for the second half of March, which is still possible. There's still possibilities there, but we may very well not see another freeze. We had a freeze on the 19th of February. That was our last one. If that holds up, that will be one of our earliest freezes for last 5 years for sure. One of our earliest freezes ever. Earliest late freeze. I mean, how do you say that? Sorry, I'm stumbling through this. It'll be the earliest last freeze. That's what I'm trying to say. So February 19th, when we had our last freeze, if that holds up, it'll be one of our earliest last freezes. Last year, I think we had one on March 20th, and that was our last freeze, March 20th. So we'll keep an eye on things. So right now, I'm telling you, looking at these long-range models, I just don't see it. So we'll see. So we may be good to go with all the gardening and all that good stuff. We'll have to, not saying just yet, it's always a possibility, but just something to be aware of. I don't see another freeze on the board for at least the next 2 weeks. If that holds up, probably not going to get one. All right, anyway, enough of my rambling. I hope you had yourself a great day. We'll catch you, Fox 10 News, at 3, 4, and 5 this afternoon. Please join us.